Hey there, VC. Mark here. I'm going to try to do kind of a review of the new Led Zeppelin reissues. I went out and bought the Deluxe box set for all three, and I have to confess that they are a little pricey for what you get, but they really are a lot nicer once I received them. Got them into my hands. They're a lot nicer than what I thought they were going to be. Each box weighs approximately 7 pounds, so it's full of stuff. The hardcover book is probably the heaviest component in each box. The album I'm going to kind of focus on the most, because if any of you are considering buying one of these deluxe editions, I would say the first album is probably the one, their debut is probably the one that's going to give you the most bang for your buck, and I'll show you why. So I'm going to talk about the first one first, a little bit about the second and the third, but mainly keep my comments towards the first album. So here's the box set. Okay, and very nice box. Like I said, this weighs something between 7 and 8 pounds, and lots of goodies inside. A lot of stuff that you won't find in the trifold edition that's out as well. The one thing that isn't in common, though, it's very, very important, and probably the most important thing about the trifold edition and the box edition is what's playing right now, the companion audio, which is a 2-vinyl set of recorded live in Paris, France in 1969. And up until now, these recordings have been unavailable, and you know, for me, it's just a really, really cool listening to how they actually sounded in '69. Just a fantastic show and fantastic performance. Sound quality on this, of course, could be a little bit better because it was pretty primitively recorded, but it's the performance that counts, and in this case, it's just great. So, I'll show you what's inside the box. Open her up. And what you'll get in this box set that you won't get in Zeppelin 2 or 3 is this really cool press kit, or a copy of press kit. Got a couple of really cool glossy photos of the band, and also there's 3 articles talking about the roots of each of the members, you know, how they got together and that sort of thing. So it's really quite a very cool bit of history with this press kit. So I really didn't realize that was coming with the set. I guess I didn't read the description of the article on Amazon very carefully, but that was kind of a surprise when I saw that. So that's really cool. And you won't, like I said, you won't have that in the Volume 2 and Volume 3. Each of the 3 volumes comes with a numbered print of the album cover. And it's out of 30,000 copies, it looks like. This one is 21,604 of 30,000. So these are really cool too if you wanted to frame these, hang on the wall. Very high quality print on matte paper, so no gloss at all. Underneath that is the hardcover book. And it's just filled between 70 and 80 pages of cool photos, newspaper articles, lots of rare stuff that probably hasn't been seen before or not for a very long time. And this is a real great bonus with these box sets. You of course don't get this with the trifold album set, only with the Super Edition box sets. So some very cool black and whites with the band. And these photos are all taken around the time that this album was recorded. So what's kind of cool about each book is that it's relevant to a specific time period in the careers of the members of Led Zeppelin. So fantastic hardcover book. I like the die cut cover too of the blimp. Very cool. Here's the album, the original album, remastered 2014, and I kind of like this better than the trifold edition. There's the companion audio. 2 discs. Like I said, the one is on the turntable right now playing. What I like about this, I like it better than Trifold because this is more true to the original album cover. Rather than having these two joined together, I kind of like to have them separately like this. So, you know, the box set has that, where the Trifold edition has these two albums mated together. But in either case, that concert is probably the most important thing out of these 3 editions of their first 3 albums. That of all the bonus material, this here is the most important. Also comes with, I haven't opened it yet, CD of the original album, and also CD of the companion disc. Last but not least, excuse me, is a download card for high resolution audio of the entire 2 discs or 2 albums. So you get your original album and your companion material as well in the download. It's fantastic. Now, one thing I was really curious about with these sets is how they're going to sound in comparison to what I purchased earlier. Now, this is a 2007 repress by Classic Records on 200 gram vinyl, and to me, nothing could top this as far as sound quality goes. So I was really curious as to how the new album, sorry, I'm holding the wrong one. This is my Classic Records 2007. This is the 2014. So I was wondering how the 2014 was going to sound in comparison. And so I did kind of a side-by-side comparison test, and to be perfectly honest, there's very, very little difference, which I'm really happy to find out. The 2014s, at least in my ears, sounded like they had just a slightly less more bass than what the Classic Records edition had. Now, the way these were mastered was done quite differently too. The Classic Records was taken from the original analog tapes, and it was mastered from those, tapes, 100% analog. My understanding, the 2014s were also taken from the from the original analog tapes, but the music was put through a digital decoder, high-resolution digital decoder. So I was kind of curious as to how the high-resolution digital was going to sound. We all know what low-resolution digital sounds like, and all of these, CDs that we hear today. My original CD of this record sounds like crap compared to what either one of these sounds like. So I was just really kind of curious as to what the difference would be, and really there's very little to no difference. If you were to, blindfold me and put one of these records on, I wouldn't be able to guess which one was which. They're that close in total sound quality. So I was very, very happy to find that out. So that was Led Zeppelin 1. And it's going to quickly show these very quickly. Led Zeppelin 2 starts off with the book. Again, it's the brown color book, hardcover. And it's 180 gram vinyl of the original album. These aren't in the same order because I've had everything out of the box before and didn't put everything back in the same order. But anyway, there's the print. 10,364 out of 30,000. And the companion audio. Just filled with some rough takes. There's a track on here called La La, which was never released before. A lot of the stuff are some of the backing tracks from the original album. Some is done without the vocals, and just a little different than what the original album has on it. So very cool. Sweating a bit down here, these lights on me. And the CD is a replica of the gatefold of the album. And companion disc CD. And once again, the high resolution audio download card. So, I'm going to put all this stuff back together after I finish here. That's Led Zeppelin 2. And last but not least, Led Zeppelin 3. Again, we start off with the booklet, or sorry, the hardcover book. Tons of pictures, articles, great memorabilia, and the original album. And one thing I was kind of looking at too, how did they do that? If you remember the original albums with the wheel had this metal clip in the center of the album that actually came through the paper, and that's what the wheel was fastened onto so that it spun around. They've kind of done it reverse this time. They've got so they don't have that clip on the front, which is a good thing. And the clip is actually, you can't see it, I'm not going to be able to show it to you here, but it's inside its own little sleeve, and the clip is on the inside of the sleeve. So it's kind of cool how they've hidden that, and it actually looks a lot better that way. So the original gatefold art. And the companion audio. Again, same idea as Zeppelin 2, some stuff on here that, some rough takes, some backing tracks, stuff like that. Very interesting stuff to listen to for the first time. And we've got a lower number on the print this time. It's 2,771 out of 30,000. High resolution download card, companion audio disc, and again gatefold replica of the original album, and it actually has a wheel too that turns. So that's Led Zeppelin 3. So those are the three that are so far released. I can imagine what Led Zeppelin 4 is going to have, being probably the most recognized, most popular of all of Led Zeppelin's albums. You know, if you're a kid today and you're wanting to get Led Zeppelin, what do you look for first? Well, of course, Led Zeppelin 4, and then you work your way either forwards or backwards into their discography and you know, explore them further. So there should be a real cool lineup of goodies inside of that release when it comes out. The one that's really going to be most interesting, though, I think, is going to be Physical Graffiti, because it starts off as being a 2-album set, and as you know, it's got the cool die-cut covers and inserts and everything else. So I can imagine the goodies that are going to be included in that in the deluxe box sets. So I must say that I am hooked on these things. I hadn't intended on buying these three. Actually, one night I was up and I was on Amazon looking at them, putting back a few beers, which you shouldn't do when you're on Amazon, and I ended up purchasing them. I was having second thoughts about it the next morning. Should I have done that? Spent all that money on those 3-album sets? And I even tried to cancel one of them, because one was coming from, the Zeppelin 3 was coming from a different seller, and it was already too late. He already shipped it. And he said if I wanted to, I could return it. But I just said, nah, well, you know what, he shipped it, it's coming. Once I get it in my hands, I'm probably going to want to keep it anyway, and sure enough I did. And I'm glad I'm keeping them. I'm glad I ordered them, and I'm looking forward to the rest of them. And in the end, it's going to take up probably about that much space on my record shelves to get all 9 of these collections in there, but it's going to be well worth it. So that's it for my video for today on the Led Zeppelin 2014 remasters. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in your videos. Take care for now.